So you always have to make a presence to show the good side.
That Israel is a great country. And it has every right. It's ethical, it's moral, has a right to exist like any other country.
Now, I'm sure you're well aware that a lot of people don't agree with the statement that a lot of Israeli policies are ethical and moral. So
there are people that do that.
So, for example, a lot of people feel that the Israeli settlements should not be there. How do you feel about that?
So the terminology itself of settlements is an inaccurate statement. Settlements are an inaccurate statement. It's become utilized in the media, and
the government no longer considers that the West Bank.
And our government being the
America?
Israeli or
the
US?
Trump administration.
Okay. So
It is Judea and Samaria.
at least the UN does consider settlement to be the correct
Well,
term.
the UN
Is as anti-Israel as you can get.
as a whole is
And
very anti-Israel.
you are Ron Katz.
Right, Katz.
Many people, all kinds of people, including Israelis, have disagreements with certain elements of what's going on in the Middle East and some Israeli policies. But the fact is that the Boycott, Divest, Sanctions movement, BDS, which is the reason we're here, isn't about objections to Israeli policy. It's about an effort to eliminate the Jewish state. Their own leadership has said so many times. It's documented on this handout. And we are here because two of the sponsors of this public meeting, even though it's about the Holocaust, and we don't really understand why they're doing this meeting, but two of the sponsoring organizations are publicly supporters and participating in the BDS movement to target Israel with boycotts. That is anti-Semitic from the point of view of Jews and Israelis.
And
That's why we're here.
so when I was talking to the Coalition for Peace earlier today, they actually said that you can be against Israeli policies and not be anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
in this
but you can't be
particular case.
BDS, because the BDS movement's goal is to eliminate the state of Israel. The BDS movement is anti-Semitic. The leaders of the BDS movement do not accept the legitimacy of Israel.
really the way Howard worded it is really the reason that we're here, and really explains that
So
it's not policy.
The program
driven.
itself, actually, we'll see. The program itself is not the issue. It's the sponsors.
there's the two-state solution. There's a one-state solution. That's a Israeli-Palestinian state combined. There's several different solutions out there.
Right.
So
There is
I'm
no
just-
solution acceptable to the Jewish world other than a Jewish majority state. That is what the whole point of Zionism is and has been since the beginning. We're a coalition of Christians and Jews. The Christians in Rhode Island Coalition for Israel are some of the strongest supporters of Israel that we have ever come across. And they will tell you the same things we're telling you.
So how would you feel about a Palestinian state?
Depends on the terms.
So what should-
There's no simple solution. There's no simple solution to any of this. But the solution that says there is not going to be a Jewish majority state in the Middle East called Israel is not an acceptable solution. Even our governor has said the goals of the BDS movement are antithetical to our values and the values of our respective states. Right there.
Yes.
She said that.
Yeah, and there was
Okay.
a legislation passed in 2016
Yes.
banning state
Yes.
contract work
Yes.
with BDS
Yes.
organizations.
So these
People are
people,
opposing that. They're opposing that.
yeah, these people are out of step. These people are out of step with the mainstream of support for Israel in this country. These people hide just the way Hamas hides behind children and women. These people hide behind the fig leaf of human rights. Human rights for all. That's what they say that they're after. But that's not the truth when you peel away the arguments. The only one they want to have to enforce what they call, the Palestinians call, the right of return to Israel, which would automatically eliminate the Jewish majority in Israel. because it would bring millions of self-declared refugees who are second and third generation refugees into Israel. It would eliminate the Jewish state.
Now,
Okay. Now that's but that's part of the human rights for all argument.
now,
All right, it's a fig leaf.
now,
Yeah.
if the population that lives in Israel physically and geographically said, you know, we're okay with having an ethnically heterogeneous state,
They already say that.
would you, and not necessarily religiously Jewish in identity, would you accept that?
The people that live there now.
Yeah, if tomorrow they said, yes, let's do
That's
that.
their.
You mean
that's-
if the majority of the Jews in the world who happen to live in the state of Israel were to say that we don't care if we're a Jewish majority state? Is that what you're postulating?
Yes, that's what I'm postulating.
Or how about if the sun rises in the west tomorrow?
They're secular Jews.
It's got nothing to do with
It has
secularism.
nothing to do with the religion.
It's not a religious battle.
It's not a
The
religious.
problem is the
The Arabs
Palestinians
want
do not
to-
want peace with the Israelis.
Uh-huh.
They want them eliminated. They want them eliminated. Period. They've openly admitted that. The fact that Israel exists is their problem. That's their issue.